Today I wanted to celebrate because I have made 20 videos. Actually, I have made more than 20 videos, but I have now released 20 videos. And it's not a lot of videos if you watch the online world. There are content creators with hundreds, probably thousands of videos at this point, but if you are starting out, getting to 10 might feel almost impossible. So here are some thoughts I have after making it to 20. The first couple of ones you make are very, very painful. And I don't think there's any way around it. You kind of have to suck at the beginning, right? And just make a couple of lousy videos and feel embarrassed while you watch yourself talk. And but obviously it gets better, like everything gets better as you do it more. And for me, maybe after 15 or now making the 20th video, this is the time that I'm starting to get a little bit more comfortable in front of the camera. I felt already that before, but now I notice that when I start recording, I feel comfortable a lot faster. So maybe I'm thinking now, if I make it to 40 videos or even 50 videos, I will probably be even more relaxed, more comfortable, and it will just get better. But one thing I have been struggling with is that sometimes I don't find the correct word in English in my mind while I'm doing this. That has really pissed me off a couple of times, because my thing is, or what I wanted to do here, and that's the beauty of this. You can do you can be you, and I think that is one thing that you should do. For me, it was, I want to make this content that I don't edit it at all. I just do everything in a single take, and then I stumble on the words and get these awkward moments when my thoughts are kind of lost, and then I feel like I'm recording, I have to speak, come up with something. And it is not perfect, but that was for me the idea when I started that. Because everything you see is well, first of all, a lot of content you see is extremely well done. There are people have several cameras and very professional studio setups with everything. But the thing is that everything is very, very heavily edited. So look at Mr. Beast, for example. It's hyper fast and hyper edited. But even in content type of like this, that there is only one person speaking, it is also edited very heavily. So it's cut, and even in the middle of a sentence there is this modified in the video there. And I'm sure it has something to do with our attention, or grabbing our attention more by doing that. And but I think that is, so many are doing that. I didn't want to do that, and I just wanted to be me. I wanted to talk, and I just wanted to do videos like this. And if I talk 10 minutes, that's the video. If I talk 20 minutes, then that's the video. And maybe I will improve this in the future, that I will actually have some sort of a script. I have done that one time, that I had the main points I wanted to talk about here besides, so I could, if I lost my train of thought, I knew I could kind of pick up, or at least I could take the next bullet point, and I wouldn't have this awkward 5 or 10 second pause thinking about, oh, well, what should I talk about next. So that's that's what I wanted to do, and that's what I have been doing. And maybe that is my advice that I can give to you, is be you. And we all have these different interests we have, and if you open up YouTube on a person's computer, you can see what their interests are, because obviously the algorithm is going to feed you more of the content you like, and then all you see in the feed is stuff you kind of like, at least a little bit. And this might feel this might feel a little bit not encouraging for you if you want to start making videos, because you probably have a lot of stuff you have been watching, and most of the stuff you need, most of the stuff you watch, let's face it, it is very professionally done nowadays. So if you are a single person who wants to start making videos, you might feel disencouraged to do so, because you see all these beautifully done content that is made already. So I understand if you have this feeling that I can't make it because there's already so much of this stuff out there. But I don't think that's true. I don't think this is a zero-sum game. I think there are room for basically, maybe not limitless amount of people, but I'm sure there are room for you as well. It is just, I guess you need some luck. If you really want to grow a big channel, you need some luck to have the algorithm, promote you in the beginning. I guess I don't know how these things actually really work, but this is just my understanding. And obviously you need to make great content, be consistent, and so on. But for example, I like to watch these car videos where people modify their cars. I have always been into cars. I don't know anything about cars. Well, I will take that back. I know something about cars, but I really don't know how to work on them myself. But I enjoy watching people modifying their cars heavily. And let's say you have a car brand, and then you have a model of that brand. So you can have car brand channels, but you also have channels that are focused only on a specific model of a single car brand. And they might have some other content, but they have this one specific model that they only focus or work on. So, and under that single model, not even the brand, but the model, you can have tens, even hundreds of different channels. And so there is room for you to have your content and your channel, even if there are tons and tons of content out there already. And I think it's great. I think we should think about that as a positive thing, because first of all, you can look what other people have done, and you can take some advice from those. You can learn from those. And one thing I think that is easy maybe to start with is that you can kind of reference to another person's video and maybe copy that or mimic that partly, and then add some of your own stuff on top of that. So there are a lot of examples of people who just want to do something and then they start making content, and it kind of grows from there. And so don't think too negatively about your possibilities or your opportunities. And it is, and I mean, you kind of have to push yourself through the first few ones. I think, like, it feels very awkward in the beginning to be in front of a camera, but that's how it is. And I don't know, now that I'm thinking about this, I've made 20 videos, and I will probably make 20 more. But I have been thinking that if I had, let's say I have unlimited possibilities to do anything I want in life, or pick any profession I want, would content creator be one of them? And I don't think so, actually. I'm not sure if I wanted to do this full time. This for me feels like this is something I want to do on the side, but my main thing would be something completely else. So kind of realizing that, or thinking that, I know that I will probably or most likely never have a huge channel, and that's fine. That is not my goal anyways, but working this on the side, this is something that can help me grow as a person and help me in my own life, and that thing by itself is valuable to me. And I think that's a good place to start, that you create something that is valuable to you. And if I reach some people at some point, and I can engage in discussions with some people, and maybe even my goal or my dream of doing this maybe is that I could give just for a few people, or even a single people, some sort of advice or some sort of a push that they kind of need in their lives. And that would be amazing. But being a YouTuber is not really something I kind of feel that I want to do as the only thing in life, if that's a good way to put it. So, but things have a funny way of turning around and kind of transforming as you go along. For example, I had some ideas when I started making videos, but I noticed that I have different interests that I actually want to talk about. And the same thing can happen to you. Like you can kind of switch the direction you are going in. So that's another thing, that if you have some sort of a big plan and you are making this plan and all these details there, it's probably not going to work out that way. You know, things are just going to change. They always do. And as you go along, you also what you're interested in changes, and or the way you do things. You notice that, hey, this doesn't actually work, so I will switch doing it like this. And but that's what makes this interesting and everything interesting, right? So you don't know what's gonna come up, and you might get a new idea completely out of the blue, and try it out. And you know, when you try something new, you kind of open up the door, and there's always a whole world behind that door, and you never know how things are gonna actually turn out. So if you're starting, don't lock yourself into thinking that this is what I'm gonna do, because you have different paths and they will probably surprise you along the way anyways. And it gets better, it really does. And maybe one final thing, if you make your first video and you release it, have a little celebration. And then when you get to 10, when you get to 20, when you get to 50, and so on. This is why I'm doing this video now, to actually celebrate a little bit that I made it to 20. It is because it's a lot of work. It is work, but I don't mind it. I don't think of it as a work. This is like, I think of this as like a hobby of mine, and just keeping up with my English also, to keep it kind of smoother, because I haven't used it as much lately. There was a period when I was in these projects where we only spoke English. So at that time my English was very, very good. But now it has been a couple of years, so it has been a little bit in the decline. And now I notice it's starting to pick back up when I'm making these videos. So there are all these advantages if you make this. Even though nobody is watching your videos, you get no comments, you get no likes, you have this ghost town channel, it's still a good thing. It's still a good thing. You get more confidence. I'm noticing now, after 20 videos, I am more comfortable in front of the camera, a lot more. My English is picking up again. I notice it's becoming more and more smoother by every video I make. And it's a way of you to be creative. If you have a car channel, if you have a cooking channel, if you have a politic discussion channel, if you have anything you have, it's always a creative process. And if you want to edit your videos, if you want to add some graphics and stuff like that, that's even better, I think. Then you can be even more creative in the post-production. So anything you do or everything you do is valuable to you. So nothing will go to waste. And I think that is something that is encouraging to me, and it's keeping me want to make more, because I know it benefits me if nothing else. And then if I get people watching my content at some point in the future, that can open up new doors again, and anything can basically happen at that point. I don't know yet. And I think that's actually a good place to wrap this up. If you're starting out, good luck to you. You're gonna need it, but nobody else is gonna do it for you. So that's it. That's all I have. And appreciate you for watching this, and hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.